Let's cut through the noise. Deep down, there's a gut-wrenching truth that's eating at you. The AI systems you rely on, the ones shaping industries, investments, decisions, everything. It's like they're locked in dark rooms, hidden from your sight. You stare at these so-called breakthroughs, these black boxes pumping out predictions and insights, and you feel it. A cold, crushing frustration. How is it possible that the tech we worship as the future stays wrapped in secrecy? How can you trust a model and algorithm when you can't see inside, can't understand the why behind its choices? It's maddening, right? The anxiety that hits when you realize you're not in control. Just a passenger strapped to a machine you can't question. You're desperate for clarity, but end up drowning in jargon and false promises. It feels like the system is built to hide from you, to guard power away from those who should wield it, founders, investors, leaders like you. Here's the brutal fact. Most AI transparency tools out there aren't tearing down the walls, they're just throwing pebbles at the glass. They want you to think you see inside, but you're still stuck with half-truths and clever distractions. The frustration, the distrust, the sneaking suspicion that something is off. It's not your paranoia. It's real. You're forced to gamble billions on black box models masked as cutting edge, feeding the illusion that you're in the driver's seat, when in reality, you're puppets to opaque logic. The anger bubbles up because you know how devastating this can be. The wrong investment, the flawed strategy, the innovation lost because the foundation hides its cracks. But here's the raw, non-stop, cutting-edge advice every founder, every investor, every leader who refuses to be blind must take. Stop settling for surface transparency. You want real insight? You demand A. I tools that don't just explain, they decode. Seek models where transparency is baked in from day one, not an afterthought. Look for techniques like inherently interpretable models, like sparse decision trees, rule lists, or generalized additive models, where every move is not only visible, but intuitive. These aren't ancient relics. They're the next revolution in trust. Stop playing catch-up with post hoc explanation tools that throw out pretty visualizations or local approximations. They brandish transparency, but at their core, they dodge accountability. Your job is to push back viciously on vendors and partners. Demand accountability that doesn't crack under pressure. Demand tools proven against adversarial attacks and manipulation, because true transparency isn't just about clarity, it's about robustness. If your AI cracks under stress or hides failures like a magician's trick, you must reject it outright. Then, embrace a culture of relentless auditing, not once a year, but constantly. Build in teams tasked with probing your models like hostile security experts. Have them play the devil's advocate to uncover biases, hidden traps, and alloyed incentives baked into supposedly neutral algorithms. Transparency isn't a product feature, it's a mindset. The moment you treat it otherwise, you're already behind. Here's something most don't dare say. Transparency without governance is a hollow victory. You need to pair these tools with governance frameworks that allocate responsibility clearly. So when the model fails, you know exactly who owns that failure. Your board, your execs, your data scientists must all live and breathe this. Otherwise, transparency just becomes a black box masquerade with a shiny wrapper. Finally, and this is urgent, stop believing that transparency tools alone will solve the problem. You're not just chasing code. You're seeking a fundamental reset in how AI systems integrate with human judgment and values. Demand hybrid decision processes that treat AI as a partner, not a profit. Build feedback loops from real users and real consequences that refine transparency rather than marketing it. This is war for your trust. It's war for your future. But you can win. Tear down the smoke. Reject timid tools. Insist on radical openness that forces AI out of darkness and into the light, where leaders like you finally have the power to choose with certainty. This is not just about tech. It's about taking back your agency, breaking free from illusions sold as progress, and shaping a future where AI serves, not controls, the courageous, relentless few who refuse to settle for less than clarity. The clock is ticking. The time to act is now. Demand transparency that cuts, that reveals, that empowers. The black box isn't your destiny. It's a challenge waiting for you to shatter. Don't blink, don't stop. Eye on the prize and own the future of AI, because nobody else will do it for you.